Keller gets the start for Logan Palco Trojans, a 5'7" freshman. Number 5, Anthony Temple, 5'11" sophomore. Excuse me, he is a junior. I believe that's Cameron Morgan, a 5'7" freshman as well. And I'm missing somebody here, Aim. Who am I missing? Oh, 21, Austin. Okay, well, that's confusing. Mike Katz, if you're out there, you've got my phone number because my bulls get in your pasture sometime. Would you please tell me if that is Brandon Stose or Austin Stose there wearing 21? They're both in my program. I've got my phone up. I'll see the text message. But one of the matter, one of those Stose boys is out there. As well with Braden Desire, a 5'7" sophomore as well. As Northern Valley quickly up and in. Was that Kai Cox?
Yep, shot just long by Brody Preston, but scooped up by Kai Cox on the offensive board and put back in.
Northern Valley's out, and a man stolen by Cox. He's going to look for his second bucket of the game. Up with the right hand and in off the glass. Kai Cox with quick 4 points.
It's a good start for Kai. It's good to see him get warmed up a little bit sometimes. He's such a team player, and I think sometimes that can get in his way. He even plays a little conservative and tries to pass the ball around to everyone, but he's also very capable of scoring. So it's good to see him get a couple easy buckets to start the game.
Hendrickson with the steal there, and Coach Fessenden did not like the Euro step. Gets called for the travel.
He's old-fashioned. Or maybe it was a travel.
Or maybe it was a travel. I was maybe didn't get to see it all.
It's not really. This isn't the NBA. We can't take a 4-step Euro
Oh,
step.
that's got to be a foul. No, not going to go. Logan's going to work it around. Shot's going to be fired in there. Rebound by Stose. He's going to put it up and in. I'm going to say that's Austin Stose, the sophomore. He'll get the bucket for the Trojans.
Yeah, and you'll hear about it later if you're wrong, but for now we'll call him Austin.
I told Katz to text me when I screwed something up. Here's Hendrickson with the offensive rebound and miss. It's going to stay here with Northern Valley. There it is. 21 is Austin. Yeah, well.
You were right all along.
I was right all along. Thank you, Mr. Mike Katz.
That's why they give you the microphone.
That's right. Nothing like friends from down south, right? Even if they're Logan pride all the way through.
We can put our differences aside every now and then.
That's right. Into Cox with the turnaround jumper is missed long. Rebound in there by Keller. Northern Valley's in a man-to-man situation here, and Logan is almost in a 5-out situation, maybe a 4-1 with Stose in the middle. Swung over into the corner. It's going to take it by Desire. It's going to stay here as Braden Desire. No. It's a Palco name, and I should know it. 13. Can you say that one, Aim? Yeah, thanks for that. Anyway, good job in there by him. Stose is going to fire a 3. Rebounded there by Brody Preston as he'll long up ahead to Kai Cox, wide open, but he goes long on the easy bunny right there. It's going to be the hustle. It's going to turn over and go to Logan. 4-2, just under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Northern Valley hit the first 2 shots in the first 2 possessions of the game and now has gone cold. Keller looking for somewhere to go with it. He's going to get called for the travel as he shuffles his feet up top. Pressure defense there by Hendrickson. Cox nice and patient as he caught that ball on the elbow. Took one dribble and was going to go to the rim. Was fouled there with a bump. It'll be Northern Valley's ball underneath. First foul on the Logan Palco Trojans will go to, I believe it was number 1, Keller. Inside, Hendrickson up and in for the score. Nice play in there. Nice inbounds play as he came around the screen and was able to hit it. I need a little more speed on that, don't I? There's Hendrickson. Northern Valley's in a full court man-to-man pressure as they get the steal with Kai Cox, but he's going to be out of bounds, going to go back over to Logan.
And right now it doesn't seem like the ball wants to be controlled by either team. It just kind of wants to be on its own on the ground and be left alone. But both these teams really active hands, really aggressive on defense, and that's good to see. It's it's going to result in turnovers and probably some easy buckets on both ends. So it might be whoever can win the turnover battle will win the game.
As looked like 3-second call as Keller had just been standing in there for quite some time and gets whistled for that one. Northern Valley, Brody Preston, one dribble in here is going to look and swing it all the way around to wide open. Jason Cox gets a 3 away, misses it, tracked down there by Hendrickson. Keller with a great defense there on Preston, but he goes right around, scoop up, and no, he just comes a little short, controlled there by Stoves. I don't know if you can catch that on your camera angle. It's the tightest camera angle in the gym right below us as he steps out. Coach Delmont is going to send in 5 new players. Let's see if I can run down the list here. 25 is Skylar Keller. Cox in with another shot missed. That rebound controlled in there by Gabe Rude, the 6'1 freshman. Up top, dryland here is Kyler Martin, the 5'10 sophomore. And I had my head down. Who missed that one?
Number 35 got it to go.
Number 35, I believe was that Alonzo? I believe that was Alonzo Ortiz, the 5'7 freshman, drills the long ball for a 3. Controlled in there by, Mr. Mike Katz. Number 2, who is that? He's not in my program. Time for you to step up and text me again. He's going to fire a 3. Splash! A free. Man, that guy looked like big, smooth Sam Perkins out there, didn't he? Just step back and fire that thing with the left hand as Logan has come off the bench with a new fresh 5 and drilled 2 straight 3-pointers. Northern Valley calmly is going to check on the offense here, but it's going to get a 3-second in there by Hendrickson, Aaron Hendrickson, the junior, calling for that violation right there. What are we going to see here? Another deep bomb 3 here?
Part of me kind of wants to. I mean, it's good to see some of the bigger guys getting the love out there on the 3-point line.
Kyler Martin's going to get charged for a carry on the top of the key here as he was trying to handle the point guard duties for the Trojans. Preston inbounds to Hanson. Logan in this zone. And that's the key to that zone right there. Great play by Cox as he took one dribble and went right to the rim. Kai Cox with another bucket, and nice smooth play by him.
Yeah, and he finds himself with 6 of the 8 points for Northern Valley right now. Really kind of the driving force of this Northern Valley offense right now.
Rude got the ball inside, was unable to capitalize as Hanson controls the rebound. Extremely athletic kid by Hanson. Great interior pass by Brody Preston. Hendrickson gets rewarded with an easy one here. I'm going to ask the guys to help kind of adjust my replay button because Jason Cox just with a steal. I got to turn it up. He might dunk it. Oh, he missed the layup, but Cox is there with the rebound. Jason Cox had a wide-open opportunity. Oh, maybe that was his big brother who might consider to dunk it. Maybe in a couple years there for Jason.
Yeah.
Stolen by Preston. Here's Brody Preston. Nice facilitator here on the night for Brody Preston so far. He's made a couple great interior passes. Cox inside to Hendrickson, goes through his hands, and it'll go out of bounds over to the Trojans. 10-8 our score with 1:13 remaining here in the first quarter in this JV boys matchup. Here's Kyler Martin trying to break the press. Going to cross over a couple times. He's going to make his way all the way to the rim. but he's going to get called for the double dribble. I don't know if that ball got stuck to his leg at some point, but Coach Fez did not like it.
Yeah, I think he just ended up with just a little bit of a carry there when kind of the hands were swatting at him. But overall, not a bad play going coast to coast with it. It's the right idea, and they're probably going to need a little bit more of that if this press continues from Northern Valley for Logan.
They made a little bit of a defensive adjustment here as Hendrickson's going to get whistled for the 3-second call again underneath. They're guarding Cox at the top of the key.
Building the house down there, isn't he? He's got a couple of those 3-second calls.
And it is in the junior varsity game. I think he gave him about 5 seconds in there.
Yeah.
And nice play by Ortiz there. Just couldn't hang on there. That was number 25, couldn't hang on. Keller, Skylar Keller, the sophomore. Resetting the offense here by Brody Preston. Into the top of the key, good pump faking up and in, scooped up and in. Nice play, Kai Cox. He's been the man of the first half so far here for Northern Valley. That replay, I need to get tightened up here a little bit. Yeah, there it is, the pump fake, scoop up and in, and good for Cox. Good play there.
Tried for another long three there, but couldn't get that one to go. It was a little long, a little hard off the backboard.
As Northern Valley will push with a few seconds left. Jason Cox tries to get the ball up on the rim, but it said, no soup for you.
Not today.
Not today.
No,
and
no.
I would love to say that's Brandon Stoss is number 2. That's what I got in there. Brandon Stoss says, I don't think so.
Pulled out the Matumbo. It's going to be a back and forth one the whole time. It's kind of got that feel.
A couple of new players in here. One for the Huskies is Drew Skimper playing the top of the key. They're going to ultimately feed him up with the left-handed in. Woo! I like the way that guy plays.
Yeah, and Drew is really developing well as a good basketball player. You can see his footwork just constantly getting better, and also trying to get that ball on the ground only when necessary and really making advantage of those shot opportunities that he gets down there.
As you showed the replay there, Northern Valley got a steal on the other end. Cox, they've moved it back out to the wing, so the wings are going to be Jason Cox and Kai Cox with Brody Preston on the point, as the interior is going to be controlled here by Drew Skipper and Aaron Hendrickson as they're kind of moving it around here. And that right there is shot is blocked in there by Keller, I believe, and rebounded by Braden Desire. Turned over as Kai Cox is going to stop, control himself, turn, fire, no good. Rebound by Stoss. Desire still working out this press into Rude. Rude with a nice pass to Stoss as Logan will set here on against this man-to-man pressure. Keller swings over here to Temple, I believe. It's number 5. Yeah, Anthony Temple, a 5'11 junior, now in. As Keller, as they've gone into there's a nice cut in there by Desire as he goes to the rim and has it blocked out of there by Brody Preston. Nice defensive hands there by Preston. He's not going to be stopped. He's going to go all the way to rim, leaves it short, but he gets his own rebound. Pump fakes up and back in. Nice play, Brody Preston.
Yeah, and he's always fun to watch, whether it's on the football field or the basketball court. He's really going to give his best for the team no matter what the sport is.
Coach Brands and Coach Sides got to be pretty happy right now. Calvin Lowry gets over there and starts that bumper music again. Gives me a little bit of freedom coming in and out of breaks here.
Yeah, he's got that 80s pregame jam going pretty
it's
good.
Awesome. Fired a long 3 in there. Is going to be just short. Controlled and great positioning by Drew Skimper. That shot was fired there by Temple. But nice rebound in there. Kai Cox says he's hot and he's going to fire a 3. Maybe should have thought about it a little more. Looked like one of them from me.
I think he had the distance right, but it was a little too far to the right and didn't get rim on
If I was him, I'd blame the camera angle, right?
I'd blame the wind.
Oh, well, that too. Foul in there by Hendrickson trying to make aggressive play on the press. That'll be the team first of the night. Aaron's first as well. What do we got here?
We got a travel call.
A travel. He's underneath my desk, and I can't see him. Brad said he drug his pivot foot. It'll be a turnover
Got excited to get going before he had the ball on the ground. I was thinking about the basket that he had waiting for him.
Keller almost with a steal, and he's still fighting for that steal up there as Preston trying to figure out where to go with that. Drew Skipper's going to take the free throw shot here and going to miss it. Oh, the air ball. Hal Hansen, shut the door, man. That's the last
maybe
two
it is
for
a
the
camera
Huskies.
angle. Maybe something's happened then, because
No, Hal does a great job. The gym looked excellent. As I was even stepping in on the inbounds, the floor was sticky on the out-of-bounds side. I can't fault Hal Hansen and the job that he and Noah do here, keeping the grounds and the floor looking great here for the Huskies.
yes, we say thank you to you guys and making this place look as good as possible week in and week out.
That's much smoother, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big smooth Drew Skimper. He knocks down that elbow jumper, nothing but net there. That'll be his second bucket of the game. Foul, going to shoot two. Don't know who it's going to go on. He could have chosen a few different Huskies there because they kind of beat him.
Looks like
as
it's
he went
on
to the
Jason
rim.
Cox this time.
Yeah, it looks like Jason's going to pick that one up as Stos is going to go to the line.
But, hey, they were giving him nothing easy on that one.
This is Austin Stos, 5'11" sophomore in here. Came out and made one of the first buckets of the game. And since then gone a little cold as Logan's offense, Logan Palco's offense has gone a little cold as well. We got a violation on the free throw as the second one is no good as well. It'll be a turnover for the Huskies.
Yeah, a little bit of a false start there.
Oh, we had that in the girls' game too. Just people just being aggressive, trying to go after that rebound.
Yeah, those fouls are sometimes things you can live with as a coach, though, because they're hustle play fouls. They're not just boneheaded, careless plays necessarily. I mean, after a while, obviously, you don't want them, but you're not going to really discourage kids from wanting to get to the rim and hurrying to get to the ball and doing their best.
Stos is going to fire a three again. Going to be long, rebounded by the 5'8", Aaron Hendrickson, who plays a lot bigger than 5'8".
Yeah, he does. I think he thinks he's bigger than 5'8" out there, too, because if you have that big man mindset.
There he is again right there. Look at him go.
And Aaron's such a good team player. He's not afraid to put his body on the line and get on the floor for the ball to give his team a good chance to win.
Just another one of these hustle plays in here by the Huskies. The hustle on the offensive rebound by Hendrickson. The hustle by Jason Cox saving it before it goes out of bounds. And the hustle there by Kai Cox shoving that ball. Might have gone a 50-50 ball as it goes out of bounds there.
And that hustle helps create opportunities, which right now is probably the difference that we're seeing in the score with 20-8 is Northern Valley is just giving themselves opportunities to get the ball up. I know we've seen not every shot go in, and some of them might not even hit the rim, but at the end of the day, you can't score if you don't shoot the ball, and so they're just going to put the ball up as much as they possibly can out here.
That's right. Ortiz is going to fire another three. He's going to splash
I
another
think they
three.
need to give him the ball a couple more times.
Alonzo Ortiz hits his second three of the game. I don't even think he's hit the rim yet.
I think he's been the spark of that team. He's got 6 points on 3 nothing but net threes, or 2 nothing but net threes.
Great interior pass, Drew Skimper. Give the bucket to Aaron Hendrickson. But you're right, Alonso's. It may be an unorthodox shot would be a good way to put it, but it doesn't matter if the ball goes in.
If
Keller's going to say, I can do it
in.
too. Is Morgan with the rebound going to – he's thinking about eyeing a three. That's number 3 out there. No, I believe that's Cameron Morgan.
With a good cut to the basket.
Yep,
there.
right there. He saves it, but
Ooh.
Chuck says he's on the line, going to go over to the Huskies.
Yeah, and that's hard to slide that one past Chuck.
Northern Valley fans be able to see this night. It's going to be good matchups, not just in this one, but the rest of the night.
Yeah, and every other year, obviously this year is different, but every other year, Logan and Palco get together, that gym is rocking. Whether it's a JV game or a varsity game, there's just a lot of intensity and energy in the air. Whether that's a good or bad thing, I don't know, but it's one thing you can guarantee.
Look at this here as Northern Valley comes out of the break. Pass 1. Pass inside to Skimper 2. Pass inside to Hendrickson 3. The ball didn't hit the ground. Hendrickson with another hustle play, and it's going to get fouled, and it's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Northern Valley doing a good job of executing offensively without having the dribble, moving the ball and acting like a team.
Yeah, and quick ball movement is how you're going to really beat any defense whether it's got a lot of pressure on you or not. Ball movement is key, and I'm sure Kevin Sides has been kind of nailing that into these guys' brain as they started the year, and especially with the second half of this year. The Northern Valley boys have kind of had it rough too. Been in a lot of close ones that they just couldn't get to swing their way.
Yeah, the JV actually, I believe, is undefeated, and the varsity has yet to win a game. Stos is going to fire one in the corner, rebounded by Hendrickson, and Brody Preston controls and going to push. But you're right, you know. I think it's a lot like the girls. It's all about a little confidence. Make sure the ball that's going to go in the rim and has the opportunity, and sharing the ball and trusting in your teammates. Just short on that one from Skimper, but Northern Valley controls the offensive rebound. Brody Preston to fire a three, missed. Rebound in there again. It's the second rebound.
Two offensive rebounds. Like
three
I said,
on the series.
It's opportunities, and Northern Valley is taking advantage of all their opportunities, and even though their shooting percentage probably isn't where they would like it to be as a team, they're getting enough shots up that they still have a nice lead here because they're able to crash the boards and give themselves second chance and third chance and even fourth chance sometimes, where Logan has done that some, but not near as much as the Huskies have tonight.
Yeah, that's right. They're not kind of hitting the glass quite as hard as the Huskies. Huskies here working it around against this zone as Brody Preston dribbles in, kicks out. Jason Cox fires the three, misses, but once again, offensive rebound to the Huskies. I'm going to hit the replay button just for fun because Kai's going to want to see this because Dad calls him for the foul. Look at these two underneath here, 35 and 20. Cox and Ortiz kind of going at it. The elbow is called. Dad doesn't like it. Dad's going to call the foul on Kai, his son, and turn it the other way as a turnover.
Yeah, and as we said before the game, good luck arguing with a ref on any call, but especially when that ref is your dad, you're not going to win that any day.
Kai having a good game here. I've got him for unofficially 10 in the game here, and playing one of his better games of the season so far. As Logan's got some work here. As Stos is going to fire another baseline shot, going to be long. Rebounded in there as by Keller. Keller into the corner to Martin. Martin's going to dribble around the screen, get a nice little jumper up here. Good-looking shot there, just doesn't fall for him. Controlled by Hendrickson. 2-1. Shot's not going to be good, and I did not get that one off as that's the end of the half, 25-11. Northern Valley has taken the lead here. We'll be back after these messages.
You tuning in to the games and joining us here tonight for what will be a really fun night of basketball and has been so far.
Second half starts. Northern Valley's going to start in a 2-3 zone. Stos is going to get right to the rim and get one up. He's going to miss. He's going to have an offensive rebound and a second chance at it. Blocked out of there, swatted out of there by Kai Cox. Preston going to go all the way to the rim, trying to scoop it up, but it's going to be knocked out. Stos with a good defensive play there. Austin Stos, I believe. No, excuse me. Sorry, that's Braden Stos there with that defensive play. As he swats this one out of there. Stos has got some active hands here. He comes away with two deflections and an offensive rebound hurt here in the first 25 seconds of the second half. Cox to Preston in the corner. Trying to shove that ball inside to Drew Skimper. Swung it over to Cox. Skip pass to Preston. Up and in. Northern Valley is sharing the basketball.
And that was some good ball movement there and attacking the baseline and creating an opportunity to score. You always see a breakdown in the defense if you can attack that baseline, and that's something that I'm sure both Coach Kevin Sides and Glenn Brands are wanting to instill into this team is good ball movement. We've seen some good passing tonight. Oh, and a good one.
Nice shot there by Braden Desire as he knocks down the three. The 5'7"
bank is open.
Sophomore knocks it straight through there. It'll count. Logan living from the deep at their third three-point make of the game. Oh, nice call over there as Hendrickson was pivoting around, just kind of got his heel caught on the out-of-bounds line.
Chuck Fessenden does not miss that too often.
27-14 here. Northern Valley and Logan Palco as we just get started here in the second half. Keller up top. Swings in, tries to get it to the corner to Rudd, and looks like it's going to go off a Rudd, go back to Northern Valley. Great attack by Northern Valley again. I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over. Great passing leads to good opportunities for open shots, and Drew Skimper knocks it down. Stoss all the way over to Desire. Is going to skip past to Stoss now. He's going to fire the jumper with his toes on the line this time, but he'll make the two-pointer, long two-pointer there for Brandon Stoss. Excuse me, I think that's Austin. Time guys can execute it. Now, one of these things in junior varsity action that needs to happen once they get to a varsity level play here. They need to be able to see something in a timeout and make it work. Kai Cox goes right to the rim and is just short, controlled in there by Temple with that rebound over to Stoss as he'll set the offense for the Trojans. Keller here looking for somewhere to go to Desire. He's going to work his left hand all the way to the rim. Floater is up and in.
Really nice drive there.
Great drive there by Brandon. Excuse me. It is Braden. And he made a nice play there as he took it with his left hand and went up with a little floater and knocked it down.
And it's like what we said on the other end of the court. Once you get to that baseline, good things usually will happen when you got the ball in your hands.
Preston going to go to the rim. No good long on that shot attempt. And Logan will reset. Stoss to Keller. Over to Desire. Trying to get that ball over there, but defensively, Brody Preston, active hands everywhere he's at. Swinging it all the way around to Desire, looking for Rudd inside. Shot fired and shot made. Fourth three-pointer of the night. No, that's the fifth three-pointer of the night.
Yeah.
That one knocking the books for Anthony Temple.
Logan's had some pretty nice threes to keep him into this one, and it's kind of been a momentum shifter. Every time they hit a big three shot, you usually turn around and gives them a little bit of energy and a little bit of life, and they start creating a little more turnovers. It's always crazy to me how a big shot like that can really just change the way a game feels.
That's correct, and right there he came back with a nice defensive play. Rebound fought in there, Stoss and Cox. I think Chuck's going to say that Jason Cox got the reach in. Logan's ball out of bounds here as five new players for Logan's going to come in here. That's Stoss and Martin and Ortiz and Keller and Morgan are going to be the five that come in for the Logan Palco Trojans.
Yeah, and that whole squad change is going to help keep them lively and able to keep their motors running in the second half of this game, where we might start to see Northern Valley slow down a little bit. They don't have near as many guys. They're playing about six. So if guys are starting to get tired, you could start seeing a little bit of sloppier play. It's harder to make shots, and Logan right now is really trying to keep their legs fresh.
I'd be surprised if Coach Sides and Brands don't call timeout here a little bit and light some fire in them. Northern Valley's come out cold here, and guess what? This game's a lot tighter than it feels, isn't it?
Single-digit game now. It might not have been at the start of the half, but
Northern Valley pretty much doubled up Logan for the most part of the entire game, and Logan Palco's fired back here, made some good plays, and they are right back in this game.
Yeah, and this game is never over until the
Steal
final
here by
whistle when
Hendrickson.
these two teams are playing.
Nice floater up and in over the rim. Aaron Hendrickson's going to have, I think, 8 tonight on his bucket there. Steal and scoop and score for Aaron Hendrickson. Stretches it back to the 10-point lead for the Huskies. Morgan. Dead ball here out top to Ortiz. Ortiz to Stos. Back to Ortiz.
Ortiz might be wanting another three. He's been hot from the arc this game.
That ball's not going to be touched. No, it's not. It's going to be thrown away there by Ortiz. Going to go over to the Huskies. As Logan Palco stays in that zone, they attack it with the dribble this time, and Brody Preston is told no there by Stos, but the ball is going to go out of bounds. Cameron Morgan trying to do the hustle play, the 5'7" freshman there, trying to keep it in bounds, but just can't quite get it done. 10-point lead here for the Huskies. As backdoor cut by Cox. He's going to control it, going to get it up on the rim, and Stos, probably his fourth block of the game, I'm going to say, makes that one there. Timeout, 30-second timeout called by the...
Supports the Northern Valley Huskies in academics and athletics.
Back to basketball here after that timeout by the Trojans. Hendrickson on the floor, going to come up with it, but Stos is going to take it from him. Go cross court to Morgan. Morgan around the back once, tries to go twice, is picked off by Cox. He's going to go to the rim. Ortiz is going to foul him, and Cox is going to go to the rim. Great hustle play then there by Kai Cox. Morgan was working the ball around there a little bit smooth here. I don't know if I might be a little late here as Cox is going to go to the rim here. Is going to get fouled. And he'll go to the line here as he'll shoot 2 on the night. His first free throws tonight. He's been hot. I think I've got him in the books for 12. But he misses this free throw here to on his first attempt. Second attempt, no dribble. No need for a dribble, is there? Just catching.
No dribble, nothing but net. So.
Catch and score there for Kai Cox. Knocks down 1 to 2 free throws.
Haven't seen a lot of free throws tonight with these two teams.
You know,
staying out of foul trouble.
Everybody's staying out of foul trouble, and Brody Preston, nice smart move there by him. As the ball was going to be called for a backcourt violation by the Trojans, and Brody Preston said, I can go get that, and they're not going to whistle this. So as the ball's sitting there goes Brody. He's going to get it in there, scoop it in, and he'll score it there. Nice heads-up play by Brody. Morgan trying to force it into Stos is going to be knocked out by Cox, and it's going to stay with the Trojans here. They're going to have to inbound deep in the corner as Stos. Looking, gets it in here to Martin. Martin back into Stos. He's going to use that big left hand and go up and in and around Drew Skimper. That looked pretty impressive there by Stos.
That was impressive, and he's a pretty good-sized guy down there. It's got not bad handles down there in the post as well. He could be a force.
I think when he goes left is when he's his specialty, and he can get that ball up on the glass like that. It really does well with it.
Yeah, and it makes you a dual threat guy because we know that he can get out here and get blocks for sure. He's shown that the entire game. But if he can get points on the board as well, I think he's at least 5 now for the Trojans. Inbounds
play works to perfection, and that's one of those I wish I could write down as a team bucket because they ran the play correctly. Drew Skimper gets the easy bucket and goes down for him, but that's a team play right there.
Yeah, only one person gets the points, but on the film you see that there's a lot more involved than just the guy who gets to put it in the hoop.
The reverse in there, almost a scoop there by Cox. 5'8" Hendrickson, just banging.
He's
inside,
scrapping down
man.
there.
Just banging.
He's a good team player. He knows his role for this team, and he's proud to do it for Coach Kevin Size and Coach Glenn Brands.
He might not be the finest basketball player, but he sure works his tail off out there for him. Brody Preston to fire a 3, just rattles in and out. Rebound by Skimper is blocked by Stos again. Make it 5 or 6 now for Stos with the block shots. Going to take us to the quarter. 36-23, Northern Valley to end the quarter up now 13, heading into the 8 minutes to go here in one quarter of basketball left. And Logan Palco will control here. Stos to Desire. Looking inside to Rudd. And Desire's going to be fouled. We saw him take that exact play just about, 10 minutes ago on real time? I don't know. And he scored. This time he gets fouled by Cox.
And it's working for him. That left hand taking it in and taking it right to the baseline there. And one time gets the easy bucket, and this time gets to the charity line. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's not the last time we see that from him this game, too.
It has worked quite well for him.
You know, it seems like, I'm sure Coach Sides and Coach Brands were talking about it in the huddle, but this game is not over yet, even though Northern Valley has what is now a 12-point lead. Logan is not a team to just let up and coast to the end of the game, so I'm sure they're telling their boys not to coast to the end of the game either.
Hendrickson says, I am a force to be reckoned with, not only on the hustle points, but on the turnaround jump shot. He nails that one. Nice play by Hendrickson.
8
Look
points,
at this.
I believe, for Aaron.
Yeah, he just catches, turns, shoots, scores. Great play there by Aaron. Nice drive there by Temple. If he puts that ball up on the rim, he's going to the line there, I think. But he tries to drop it off, which would have been a good play if the foul wouldn't have been called. The foul was going to go against Cox, I believe, his second on the night. Rudd wide open inside. He turns around and he scores.
Takes advantage of the breakdown on defense there. Somebody was out of place for the Huskies. I'm not really sure who.
Nice play there by Gabe Rudd. Logan's come out and are they in like a little bit of a man-to-man there, I think, is going to be stolen back off of another steal. Northern Valley will set here. They are in a zone, but they've got a lot more pressure. They're trying to pressure the ball a lot more and play a little more defense. Stos with a nice rebound and kick to Temple.
Yeah, I think Logan sees that pretty much all Northern Valley's points have come inside the paint, so they're trying to shut that down. And Logan, as we saw earlier, has the opportunity and ability to get hot from outside, which can really make this a closer game pretty fast.
Here's that play again. Desire was going to go left, but he was cut off this time by Preston. And back to Stos. He's going to go into the rim, a little pull-up jumper, going to be long, rebounded there by Brody, and he's going to push. Can he find a wide-open Hendrickson as he takes it in? He's going to find Jason Cox kind of trailing. He's going to fire the three. He's going to nail the three. Nice shot, nice opportunity. All starts there by Brody Preston.
Yep. Shutting it down and knowing that Desire wants to use that left hand, go baseline, and he's learning as the game goes on. Preston's a pretty sharp player, and he develops and understands the game, and he knows, hey, this guy has tendencies. I'm going to shut it down, and that ultimately led to a turnover that worked out for the Huskies.
Kind of some sloppy play going on back and forth by both teams here as we're just kind of turning the ball over with each other. It's like we're in a dance step here. One goes one way and the other goes the other. And Coach Delmont says, give me 5 more of these guys as he pulls in another line. I'll go back down there. Yeah. Stos and Ortiz.
There might be a sense of urgency from the Logan Trojans right now, which is speeding up the game for both sides. And Northern Valley needs to understand they do have the lead. They can take this game as slow as possible. There is no shot clock for them. They don't have to rush it if they don't need to.
Great play on the second straight offensive possession. The pass by Brody Preston sets it all up. Backdoor cut by Jeremiah Hansen right here, if I can get the replay. As he cuts backdoor right there, Brody Preston with a nice bounce pass, and the athletic Jeremiah Hansen can get that shot up over anybody out there.
Nice replay over there, Clint.
I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Yeah, you're getting good.
Creepy crawler. That one does not go down for Hansen. I thought it was going to fall into the rim. I got to hit the button about 6 seconds after the actual play happens so that it's about the right timing so we don't have to watch too much. Hansen goes begging on both attempts on free throw there for Jeremiah. Control by Martin. Martin to Ortiz. To Morgan. Looking for somewhere to go, something to do. Martin there, and here's Hansen. Hansen with the steal. He's going to put up and in. Oh, he missed the bunny. He missed the wide open layup. I'm going to give him trouble for that later tonight after the games are over, and he's going to be just as mad as he is right now. I don't know if you can zoom in on his face. Probably it's not proper, but he's not too happy with himself. As Hendrickson fights and battles for another defensive rebound. I can't wait to see how many rebounds Mr. Aaron Hendrickson has tonight.
Yeah, he's been an all-around nice player for the Huskies tonight with both contributions on the points end and then also on the rebounds and steals. And, of course, there's a lot of stats that you don't see. Like, he's been in a lot of jump balls, a lot of almost turnovers that would go the Huskies' way where he's just found his foot on the line. But he's hustling. He's doing the best he can out for the Huskies right now, and he's really helped contribute to this lead.
And that's the man we're speaking of right there. You know, getting his hands on the ball once again. As Logan Palco will control here just on their side of half court. Inbound and set this thing in motion here by Martin. Stolen by Cox to Hansen. He's going to get some redemption on this one. He'll use the right hand this time and up and in for Jeremiah Hansen.
He says, not this time.
I can't wait for another couple of years. He's just a freshman, and he's a pretty athletic kid. Coming back from knee surgery, it's over a year removed from that now, but he's going to get more and more athletic as he gets older. That might end up in a dunk here in another couple of years.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we did see him putting a couple dunks in here in the next year or so. Well, I think he's got the ability to get that high right now. It's just his hands got to get a little bit bigger maybe.
Maybe. Jason Cox going to Euro step, and nice drop off to Hendrickson, but he gets it blocked in there by Stokes, controlled by Morgan.
Yeah, it looks like someone put butter on the ball down there.
Yeah, and Kai's going to get whistled for the foul as he reached in and grabbed it, but Northern Valley stretching this lead, 45-26 now, as they really take command of this fourth quarter. Stokes and Desire and Morgan, Stokes and Temple. The 5 for Logan Palco right now. Shot out there by Stokes, going to be long. Rebounded by Temple. Inside, he's surrounded, gets it to Stokes. Going to fire away and no good. Rebounded by Stokes as well. We got 2 of them out there right now. And Morgan is pressured in there. Going to be saved. Nice play by Preston to save that ball. And Hansen tries to get it to Hendrickson, but misses there. Too many steps there by Talent, wasn't it? Or was it?
Yeah, it was a travel call, yep.
Yeah, it was Temple, I think. Had too many steps. We're going to go timeout on the floor. Big timeout. Well, the Smooth Jazz is, as that's the way that this game has gone. Both for the Husky clubs tonight on the junior varsity side, as both teams come out and
taking care of business.
Taking care of business is a great way to put it.
Yeah, sometimes after a big break, you see teams coming out lethargic. Maybe, there's a little bit of signs of hitting Christmas a little too hard, but that hasn't been the case tonight. It's been just good on both sides.
So here we talked about it. We knew it was coming. Right here it is. I'm going to break down the replay for you. Braden Desire, what's he going to do? He's going to pump fake and go left. He's done it 3 times. And guess who's there? The smart play. He'd already done it 3 times tonight. Kai Cox steps in and gets the charge call.
Yeah, and that's a good sign of a team just progressing well and just becoming smart ball players, not letting the same mistakes happen over and over again, but learning personally, okay, how do I step in and how do I take this away from one of the better players on the other team? And you can see that tonight because that play is Braden Desire's go-to.
And I like what Coach Katz did over there. As he was talking to him, he was saying, hey, that he was in position. That was the right call. Come up with a little floater like you did the last 2 times instead of trying to take that ball all the way to the rim. Great all-around. That's the way junior varsity is supposed to work.
Yeah, this is a good learning opportunity for everyone out on the court. And the best thing that these players can do is is learn from it, not be hard-headed. And if you get a foul or something that's frustrating that doesn't go your way, see what you can do different, and it'll help turn you into a really good ball player.
And he kind of gets bailed out there. Brody Preston comes away with that rebound as I hit the replay here, and I'll talk about it.
He's kind of going in a little hot.
Bailed out here as he kind of gets his feet tangled up, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. The call's going to go against Braden Desire as a foul, but not going to go to the line. Going to have to inbound it here with Preston, trying to get it into Hansen. Hansen's going to have it off his hands, and Stokes will control over to Desire. 19-point lead here for the Huskies. As Temple's going to go right around Hendrickson. Nice drop down pass to the left-handed Stokes, up and in. Nice play there by Temple. Hansen will set the offense. Now Logan Trojans have picked up in a full-out man with, and it's given Northern Valley a little bit of problems here. Ball's still active on the floor as Hansen will control and try and reset. A risky pass, but Preston's going to fake and go in. That looks like the James Springer we all know of at recess, at noon recess right there with the pump fake and the scoop.
That's right.
James L. Springer reference for those of you out there.
I instantly thought of Chuck Zimmerman. He always said fake, rake, and drive, and that's kind of what he had going there.
As we're dropping the names of Northern Valley's ancient past here.
I don't know about ancient. I'm not that old.
I consider myself that old now anymore.
I do feel kind of old. I was the one playing against Coach Reagan Katz over there. Now he's on the other side coaching Logan's team. So maybe I'm getting older than I think I am.
That's right. Yeah. Turnover there by Preston as he carried the ball as he went to the rim. But 26 seconds to go here in this one. Nobody's going to guard Desire. He's going to get the wide open shot and score. Logan's not going to give up. Nice half-court pass there by Martin to make that easy bucket happen. Tick, 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 as this one's going to go into the books here. The official's probably going to swallow the whistle as much as they possibly can.
I think they might have right there, too. That looked like it was a little out of bounds.
Which is completely acceptable.